Hamel. It's great to see you. Thanks for joining me today. What challenges are you seeing agencies wrestling with, struggling with, about securing and moving data from place to place?
Yeah, so, I look at those as kind of two unique challenges. So, in terms of sharing the data is, one issue, securing the data is another issue. So, if you look at them, separately and you talk about sharing, or first actually talk about securing the data, in today's zero trust world, it's really all about the identity of the user and being able to set authorizations and permissions so that the right people can have access to the right data. And so if you kind of look at where we're going in terms of sharing the data, one of the common challenges that I hear with our DoD and IC customers today is that every agency has their own unique infrastructure, their own security stacks, their own identity providers. They're basically their own digital ecosystems. And so the challenge then becomes, how do you federate identities and attributes across those different environments? And then how do you consolidate them and give them the permissions they need to access this data, and users may be external to your own agency. So the way that Okta handles this challenge today is that we're able to pull in identities from multiple sources. So if you think of identity providers, maybe DISA's GFUD or DMDC's identity service, being able to pull identity and attributes in from separate sources and really creating an enriched user record. And so that enriched data helps you basically set security-driven policies. So things surrounding ABAC and RBAC, attribute-based access control and role-based access control, and really ensuring that you can give the right people the right access external to your own agency so that they can share the data that your agency has, which is oftentimes siloed throughout the community. And so the right people are being able to access the applications, the resources, the data they need external to your agency and really across the community.
In terms of the data exchange that you talked about at the beginning of that, how much of the challenge that organizations have is because of the different infrastructures and different architectures that you alluded to, and how much of it is just differences in the data itself, formatting, standardization, those kinds of things?
I think it's a combination of both. I think because, I think the community over the years has gotten much better about standardizing and being able to share data, but I really think that the access issue and the identity of the users that need to access the data has become, I think, in the forefront now because of zero trust and because every agency traditionally had their own way. They had their own, active directories, their own identity providers. And so being able to bring all these separate environments together and consolidating these identities across the community is a challenge that Okta today is helping these agencies work through.
Adele, it's great to talk to you.
Thank you. Thanks. Great to be here.